Hi guys. Hi. Hi Katie. Hi Linz. Hi Tori. Hi Nikki. How is everybody today? Hi. Hi Jody's. Hi Brandy. Good to see everybody. I missed everybody. It's been a while. Aw, thank you for the gifts already, guys. Hi Anne. Oh, thank you. I'm like a little sunburn, it looks like. Hanging in there. Me too, but we got to keep the vibes. Hi. Hi Lauren. Hi Bethany. Oh, thank you for the share. Hi everybody, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. My name is Cass. I'm a psychic medium and spiritual coach, and I am here to talk about all things spiritual on this beautiful Halloween and do some free mediumship readings. So hi Jalen, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. We'll let a few more people come in. I come on here, guys, I'm sure you've heard before if you've been here before, but I come here to help spread awareness that our loved ones are still very, very close to us, aka they are like more involved in our life probably than they were in our physical lives. And I just want to spread the awareness that they are still with us through doing mediumship readings, but also providing knowledge and awareness of how the spirit world works and bridging the gap between the spirit world and the physical world. Hi there. Because the two worlds are not so different as we make them. And yeah, I just want everybody to know that their loved ones are still with them, and they have a whole team of guidance and support from the spirit world that is guiding them on their journeys in this lifetime, and that we all chose to come to this lifetime to learn lessons and fulfill our purpose here on earth, and we are well equipped to do so, but our human minds often get in the way of being able to really see our paths. So once we connect to our divine nature within ourselves and around us and our guides and our angels and our loved ones, we are able to transcend our minds and really fulfill our purpose and go through the lessons that we're meant to, and go through the lessons in an easier and more fulfilling way. So I always describe it as we have kind of like this path, right? That we come in with a plan, and we have certain lessons that we're supposed to learn. If we really connect to our, from birth, right? We just really connect to our true purpose, our divine self. There's no trauma, there's no ego, there's hardly any free will, and we just go straight down the path. We're going to learn lessons in a way that's like pretty easy, right? And hi Angie. And we might have a couple of hiccups, but it's going to be pretty simple to go down the path. Unfortunately, that's not what happens to most of us, including myself. And we stray from our path due to trauma and just different experiences that happen in our life that build our ego, that create walls around us, and that just deter us from our true purpose and our divine self. So we end up not going straight down the path, but we kind of go like this. And that's where we hit some really hard lessons. And it's not the lessons that are hard. We can learn the lessons in many ways. It's the experiences to learn the lessons that are really hard. So we experience these real curveballs and these real hardships, but know that in this whole map of life, we came to Earth equipped to handle it all. So even if we're not moving straight, we are well equipped to handle it all. Hi, Kaylee. Yeah, this is my first time back. I'm sorry, I haven't been feeling well. So yeah, I'm back today. Sorry about that. I think I posted on the subscriber page that I was going to come back today, but it's so nice to see everybody. And we also have our first subscriber event on Sunday night, Sunday the 3rd at 7 p.m. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you. I've been trying to get out into nature to connect and feel better, so hopefully So thank you all for joining. So yeah, as I said, we come with this big map, right? And we can go all sorts of ways, but we often don't recognize that we are well equipped to handle all of these things. It's just our mind that gets in the way, and our emotions. Once we disconnect from our emotions and our thought processes that are really detrimental to our path, we are able to connect to our true self, stay calm, stay present, and move on our path a lot just smoother. And even when things arise, we can feel the support from our divine guides and angels and loved ones, and then we can just, change the world. So that's the goal. Tonight I'm going to be doing some free mediumship readings to help just provide support, and I hate the word evidence, but just to build some trust between the spirit world and the physical world, so that we can all start to gather that we are truly living with our loved ones just as much as we were when they were here on earth in their physical form. So I'll probably start. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. Hi, Mike. Thank you for joining. Thank you for doing a poll. I'm excited to see what this is. Everybody, Mike just started a poll. Is Halloween your favorite holiday? Ooh, I want to talk about the veil being thinner too. And I want to talk about a tarot reading that I had the other day. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. So here I do spirit-led mediumship readings, which means I'm just going to ask a spirit to step forward. I'm going to describe them. And then we are going to determine who they're for. And then I'll provide a little bit more evidence and then a message from them regarding something that's going on in the sitter's life. What was I going to say? Oof. I'm still not clear-minded, but we'll get through this. All right. Bear with me. Hi guys. Hi. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. My name is Cass. I'm a psychic medium and spiritual coach. So we're going to do spirit-led mediumship readings. And Jalen said I had a reading last night and she said she saw the angel of death. So the angel of death isn't the angel of physical death. It's the angel of rebirth. Is she talking about the archangel of death? I don't know why she would describe it that way, but there is an archangel that is representative of death. Death in tarot and in the archangel sense, yes, they can help you process grief. However, they also can represent rebirth. So if you're going through a time period in your life, if I pull the death card, I used to be so scared of it, but I do tarot for myself. Oh, we're going to do the oracle card readings on Sunday for the subscriber event. That's going to be so fun. I have 3 decks picked out. Everybody that comes is going to get an oracle card, and yeah, it'll be fun. She said he looked scary. Was this on TikTok? Okay, please use your discernment when you're connecting with readers on TikTok or anywhere for that matter. And just use your discretion too. It's really important to just use your discretion and not be taken aback emotionally from that. If she's saying something like that, she's just not real. I don't know how else to describe it. And so you can just use your discernment and choose not to accept that information because it's not real. The spirit world is loving, kind, beautiful, nice, and anything that is represented scary to us is a reflection of our own inner wounds. So she must have some inner wounds that are reflecting fear of some kind. She must not, she or he, sorry, there could be something that they're scared of encountering in a reading, and therefore they see things that are scary, but they're not scary. And so, yeah, but if you do get the archangel, it's actually a beautiful angel, and or tarot death. It's good. It's actually really good. It means there's rebirth happening, alchemy happening. So it's really cool. So unfortunately, guys, I don't answer questions in the chat, but I am going to do a spirit-led mediumship reading now. I'm going to start to provide evidence of who this person is. If you can take the evidence, please let me know if you can take 85, 90, 95, or 100% of the evidence once I prompt you guys to. And then I will see who is connecting with the spirit, and then I'll get a message for them. The message is my favorite part of a reading, always, even when really cool evidence comes through. The message is so important, guys, because when we leave our physical bodies and we transcend into the spiritual world, we are leaving our physical body behind. And what that means it's not just our body, but we're leaving the density of earth on earth. And so our souls, just like your loved ones that are in spirit now, transcend their physical body into the spirit world and enter this higher vibrational plane. As they enter this higher vibrational plane, they leave free will, ego behind. So there is no negativity, there is no fear, there is no jealousy. There is just pure understanding and pure unconditional love and a higher perspective that we can all use. So that's why I love delivering messages from spirit. Ooh, people love Halloween. That's cool. I don't. I never have. Nothing to do with mediumship. I just never have. I kind of wish I did. But I love that you guys do. That's amazing. So yeah, they transcend their physical bodies, right? And they leave free will, ego behind. So they are in a place of pure unconditional love and light. You can call it heaven. You can call it the spirit world, you can call it many different things, but essentially it's just a higher vibrational place that exists, and they are higher vibrational beings. So when they deliver a message through a medium, it's coming from this like place of true, like the deepest insight we could never even experience here, because they see all aspects of our soul, they see all aspects of their soul, and they see all the experiences that have happened and are happening now, and they can provide so much guidance because of this higher perspective of seeing all and being free of any negative attachments or just negativity in general. So yeah, the messages are always beautiful and my favorite part of the reading. Were you scared when you were figuring out your gift of being a medium? I wouldn't say scared. I would say apprehensive, I guess. No, that's not the word. It was just at points it was not unsettling either, guys. What's the word? No, it was a beautiful experience. So every time I connected with spirit, I felt this amazing, beautiful love. So it was all in my mind. So I guess, yes, I was scared in a sense, or just unsure of things and just like unsure of how it all worked. But it was always all in my head. Like if I ever experienced fear, it was never when I was connecting, right? So it wasn't necessarily like mediumship, but going through a spiritual awakening and ascending or transcending to a higher vibrational state myself. I stopped drinking at the same time, so there was a lot of anxiety not being able to numb all the feelings that I wanted to numb in my life. I stopped using any substances at all. So just like the shift in energy and being with my own thoughts and stuff, that was probably scarier than actually connecting to spirit. But the universe is pretty vast, and when you start to open up to it, it is a little overwhelming and not knowing what's going on. So I guess that is how I would describe it, but it was like beautiful. Thank you. You guys always are so sweet. I'm always tired. Oh, one day we'll be doing this all day, every day. So oh my gosh, I missed you. I missed you guys so much. Thank you all for joining so much. My name's Cass. I'm a psychic medium spiritual coach. Wake up, she says. Oh gosh, we need to. What was I going to say? October is the busiest month for me, like in general, and I started this TikTok journey in October. Probably wasn't the best idea, but I wouldn't do it any differently because I'm so glad to have met all of you and been through this experience. So it's probably why I wasn't feeling good this week. I just like overdid it for that month, but we're back. So here we go. It's so good to see everybody. If you're new here, my name's Cass. I'm a psychic medium and spiritual coach. Hi, Cass. Here to bridge the gap between the spirit world and the physical world. I'm so appreciate all the likes, all the follows, all the shares, guys. I just want to be able to connect with as many people as I can and spread the awareness that our loved ones are still very much around, and life can be a lot easier once we really feel their presence around and feel our guides and things like that. So if you like this content and you're nice to meet you guys. If you like this content, I have a subscription too that you can join where it's just kind of like my inner thoughts and like what's going on in my life, plus some subscriber only events. So we're doing our first one this coming Sunday. It's going to be oracle readings. I'm so excited. I'm just excited to like build this community as well of people that are like on their healing and spiritual journeys and want to chat about that and stuff. So yeah, I have, Kaylee was the one that suggested the water break one. Yeah, I was laughing when I was thinking that. So Shelby, hello, I'm just wondering if babies ever come through. I had twins in February. They do come through, Shelby. They do come through, yes, is the answer. A lot of times a reading that has to do with a child, and I'm very sorry you lost one of your twins as well, a reading that has to do with a child, a lot of times it will be like, just because that soul didn't experience too much to like share or provide evidence of their progression into the physical world and the spiritual world, they a lot of times it will be your loved ones that actually are with the soul of the baby now too. So it'll just be like a combination, you know. I'm so sorry that he passed, Shelby. I do offer free readings for people that have lost children in the past under the age of 18 in the past 2 years. So if you want to reach out to me through a DM, we can set you up with a 30-minute free reading. Yes, sending her lots of support and light. It certainly isn't easy to lose anyone, guys, ever, you know, ever. But I think that the idea of coming into life and then bringing in life and having that life go before us is extremely difficult for our hearts and our minds in this human experience. Like, I can't even imagine. So anything that I can do to help bridge the gap and know that all of the souls that we've lost are very much still in our lives and very much still and they're in a beautiful place. Guys, honestly, the spirit world, from my perspective, from all the things that I talk to our loved ones about, it's beautiful. It's a lot easier than Earth. But that being said, we all come to Earth for lessons that we have to go through before we can get there. And the better we do here on Earth, the more opportunities there are in the spirit world. I know that sounds crazy, but it is kind of like, I think of it as like a video game. Like, let's do the best we can here, be the best people that we can be, so that yes, we're doing the best for humanity and for each other and for ourselves while we're here, but we're also just like doing the best for the universe, because it doesn't end here. We keep going. And so the more work we can do now, the easier, you know, it's like doing your homework earlier in the evening than later. You don't have, it's not crunch time and it's not harder. You're not going to, I don't know, maybe that's how I think of it sometimes. But yeah, just be a good person, do the right thing, and share your light with the world. The more authentically you are, the more the whole world lights up, and the more that the right people are attracted to you, and the more that you attract the right things for this lifetime. So I'm so sorry that your daughter lost her baby as well. So yeah, just do the right thing, be a good person, be authentically you, don't care what other people think, and just light up the world. That's the whole point. That's literally the whole point. Thank you guys so much for the shares and for the follows. My name's Cass. I'm a psychic medium and spiritual coach here to bridge the gap between the spirit world and the physical world. Happy Halloween as well. I truly just want everyone to know that their loved ones are still around and still very much present in our lives, almost more than they were in their physical form, and that we have a whole team of, you know, guides, angels, loved ones, spirit animals, past pets. We have a whole team that's ready and willing to send us. They are actually sending us signs and synchronicities constantly. And it's just up to us to become aware of them. So can you tell me if Dwight is watching over us or if he has anything to say? Mackenzie, you're in my head. So happy you're live. Do you subscribe to the idea that the veil is thinner on Halloween? I actually did some research right before this live because I wanted to talk about that. Can you pin that comment, or can I pin that comment? Or somebody remind me about the veil is thinner question. Yes and no. Thank you. Whoever pinned that. Thank you. What was I saying right before that? We'll start again. My name is Cass. I'm a psychic medium and spiritual coach, here to bridge the gap between the spirit world and the physical world, and let everybody know that they have a whole team of support that's ready and willing and sending signs and synchronicities all of the time to guide us on our journeys. And while I don't answer specific questions in the chat, I know somebody asked about Dwight. In a general sense, Dwight is absolutely watching over you. Any soul that transcends into this higher vibrational plane that I call the spirit world, you can call it heaven, you can call it many different things. It's free of free will, it's free of ego. It's a beautiful existence, free of the pain and the suffering that we have here on earth. And they're looking down on us, guiding us all of the time. And when I say looking down at us, it's from a different vibration. It's not like this place that's thousands of light years away. I think we have this concept because of really the media and just things that we're taught through religion and all these kinds of things, that the spirit world is thousands of light years away in a different part of the universe. And that's just not the case. It's, we exist here on a physical plane, and the spirit world is a higher vibrational plane that exists all around us and a little bit within us, because we still have a soul. And we are all connected to the divine nature of the universe that guides us on our journeys. So that they are existing right here and right now all around us, just at a different vibration without a physical body. And therefore, when we experience communication with the spirit world, it's not going to come through as seeing with our physical eyes, hearing with our physical ears, touching with our physical hands. However, if we look at the human experience as not just a physical body, but an energetic body as well, because everything is energy. Every scientist will tell you everything is energy. We are energy. And so we have this energetic experience, just like we have this human body experience that I can touch here. This energy exists around us. And that's why you can walk up to somebody in the grocery store and stand behind them and be like, I feel like that guy's having a bad day. Because you're experiencing his energy. Or you can feel that your sister is going through something, and then you call her and you're like, are you all right? And she's like, no, actually, I'm having a bad day. You're picking up on her energy, right? If you look at your dog and it's lying on the ground, he's lying on the ground and he looks okay, but you just feel that something off. That's because you're feeling his energy. So we all have this energetic body around our physical body, right? The way that we pick up on energy is through these energetic centers or portals that exist outside our physical body, and they're called our chakras. I call them energetic centers, and essentially they're portals where we experience energy from others, and we experience energy from the spirit world. That energy can be translated into conscious thought, which is what a medium does. We receive energy through our energetic centers, which a lot of mediums and psychics will call our clairsenses, but they're chakras, whatever you want to call it. We have an energetic experience here. There's stuff coming in. And then a lot of times people like myself that didn't know that I was a medium or that these I wouldn't even say that I was a medium, but that these energetic centers don't exist. They do exist. So I didn't know they exist, right? So I was taking in all this energy, and it manifested into anxiety and me wanting to use substances to numb it. I just didn't know. So once I started to wake up to the fact that, wait a second, this energy that's coming in is the anxiety that I'm feeling, but it's also communication from the spirit world, and I started to consciously translate it into spirit communication, my anxiety went away. and my desire to use substances went away for the most part. A lot of healing work involved there too. But now I live a much more balanced life where I understand the energy that's coming in and I'm consciously translating it. So that being said, your loved ones are always sending you information through your energetic centers. I'm not the only one that has these. Mediums have a more of an attunement to their energetic centers, and they've learned to translate the information, and it's easier naturally, for the most part, for some people to translate that energy, just like it's easier for some people to be singers. Like, I can't sing, but my dad can sing really well. He didn't have to even really learn how to sing. He's just a very good singer. There's other people that learn how to sing. So everybody has the capacity to sing. Some people learn, some people are more natural with it. Same thing with receiving this energetic communication. I'm receiving it, I'm translating it, and it comes pretty naturally to me. But I've also had to learn a little bit. So all of us have these portals of energy that we are taking in information, whether we consciously translate it or not. If you do have a lot of anxiety or are neurodivergent in any way, I highly recommend you look into learning about they call them psychic gifts or clairsenses or just chakras. Because balancing your chakras and understanding this communication changed my life in terms of my ADD and my substance abuse. So highly recommend doing that as well. Thank you for the pumpkin. And thank you all for the likes, the shares, the follows. If you're new here, my name is Cass. I'm a psychic medium and spiritual coach, and I'm just bridging the gap between the spirit world and the physical world in order to provide awareness that our loved ones are still very much with us and that this spirit world exists all around us and within us a little bit, and they're sending us communications, signs, and synchronicities all of the time, and we're all able to experience those signs and synchronicities, whether we've been taught to this point in our life or not. So thank you all for joining. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the follows. I just want to be able to connect with as many people as I can. Oh, thank you. That's so pretty. Brandy's the best. Thank you guys. So if you're enjoying this content, please follow. I just want to connect with as many people as I can and share the awareness and knowledge that I've come into through developing my mediumship, through this healing journey that I've gone on in the past 2 years, and through my spiritual journey. So I always talk about how the spiritual and healing journey, both of them are almost one and the same to me, because the more I heal, the more my spiritual gifts open up. The more I open up my spiritual gifts or learn my spiritual gifts, the more I recognize that I need to heal. So if we can do both in tandem, we just expand as into a higher consciousness where our spiritual gifts are much more available to us, and we are a more healed person that is able to align to our divine nature and move through life in a more stable and grounded and beautiful and purposeful and fulfilled way. How do you go about healing your chakras, Leanne asks. I've been wanting to start my healing process. Yay, let's give a round of applause for Leanne wanting to start her healing process. I love that. On my page, I have a short meditation or just check in with your chakras. But yeah, just learning about what they are and how they work is number one. And then kind of identifying which ones might be imbalance for you. With me, it was all of them, I would say. And then just working with them to stabilize and ground them. There's great guided meditations on YouTube that you can use that are free. And yeah. But we talk about it a lot here. So follow me and you'll hear all about that as well. Okay. Mackenzie says, Murph says, do you subscribe to the idea that the veil is thinner on Halloween? Here's my take. Astrologically, I don't really understand. I'm not an astrologer. I'm really not. I wouldn't say I love astrology. I am grateful for astrology. How do we tell the difference between our own thoughts and the energy of a loved one trying to communicate? That's such a good question too. How do we pin that? Why can't I pin comments? Mike, is there any way you could pin that comment if you're still here? So with the veil being thinner, I believe that throughout, astrologically, I'm not really sure. There's always stuff going on with the planets and the stars, and I just can't keep up. grateful for all that exists, for sure. Interested in it at certain points. I do find my moods changing things with the moon a lot, but I just haven't gone into a deep dive. My take on the veil being thinner, it comes from other traditions and other cultures where the change in nature actually for our ancestors made them think that the veil was thinner due to like there not being leaves on the trees and stuff like that, and then they would want to protect themselves for there not being as much protection around them. From my perspective, anytime the seasons change drastically, we are going to be more in tune with our divine nature. In addition to that, when we are experiencing magical things all around us in October, whether they're scary or not, our minds are kind of just more aware of the spirit worlds during October. And I talk about this all the time. The more that we believe, the more that we talk about it, the more that we expand our awareness of this could actually be real, the more our energetic centers open up and that we're able to experience spirit to come in. But that's purely like individually based. Someone that's never, I don't think that the veil is necessarily thinner for somebody in somewhere where Halloween doesn't exist. Like I think it's a more of like a societal construct of a mass raising of consciousness, but it's kind of a low vibe holiday, so it can go either way, where it's like we're lowering our vibe because we're in a state of fear a lot of times, but we are talking about the spirit world more. I grew up near Salem, Massachusetts, so I worked there for a long time in my adult years, and what a crazy place, guys. Crazy place. And this was before I knew that I was a medium or did any of this stuff. And there's so many witch stores and things like that. I wouldn't consider that like a higher vibrational place just because, more people are looking into magic. So there's a lot of fear there. Anyways, the veil being thinner, anytime that nature changes drastically, we are going to feel that in our body and in our energy centers. So we're going to be more attuned to our divine nature. So that's going to help us connect to the spirit world. And then if we're always thinking about it, like I walked into a shop to get coffee last week, and the two girls at the counter were talking about Salem, Mass, and like what they were doing and tarot readings and things like that. So people are just more open. But is it because the veil is thinner, or is it because our society kind of feeds us the idea that it's thinner? And then our loved ones coming closer to us. I just saw a medium talk about this too on Instagram. He was like, really, our loved ones are going to be closer to us around the holidays, like December time, when a lot of us are celebrating different traditions and different, family times together where we all would have celebrated together. And that's going to be a time where the veil is most thin because they're coming to us and we're thinking about them a lot. And I don't know how I feel about that. I think there's an element of it, but I think that the veil becomes the most thin when we are truly living in our authentic place of purpose and no substances, and we are as high vibrational as we can be, free of ego, free of fear, really in tune with who we are, and that's when our loved ones can come through the most. That's my take. Long answer. That's true. It's 80 degrees here in New Jersey tonight. It feels less Halloween-y creepy tonight. Yeah, exactly. If it was like cooler, you'd be more like, and think about that, Ellen, for a second, right? When it's a little cooler and you're in your costume and you're a little bit cold, your senses are very heightened at that time. And you're in a little bit of a state of excitement and a little bit of a state of not fear, but just spooky. And so you're going to be very in tune to your energetic centers at that point. Like, do you hear somebody behind you? That's the same sense that I'm using to speak to spirit. So yes, in a sense, during this time, we are more attuned to the spirit world, but the spirit world is not coming closer to us. And I'm going to say that for Christmas too. They are never coming closer to us. They can't really. Like, it's our awareness and it's our shift to their world in a higher vibrational state that allows us to connect with them. They're always here, always. Hi, I'm wondering when you all think we'll get into spirit-led. Haley, I try to get into spirit-led in the first 10 minutes every single time I do a live, and every single time I do a live, I just start talking and you guys ask the most amazing questions, and I apologize for that, for those of you that are here for the spirit-led, but I think the conversation is really important too, so I just let spirit lead whether we're going to do conversation or a reading. I love the information. Thoughts on ghosts. Thoughts on ghosts. Are they trapped spirits that don't know they have passed? Been thinking a lot about this lately too. I'm going to answer this. We love the chit chat first. Okay, good, Debbie. Kudos for the combo. Hi, Teresa. Thank you. Okay, everybody's liking the combo. It's so cool to see all the subscribers. I'm so excited for Sunday. Okay, so ghosts. Let's talk about ghosts. Kalina said I love learning and spirit-led, so I'm here for the whole shebang. I love it. Okay, let's talk about ghosts. I really believe that we are perceiving the spirit world in whatever way we are taught, in whatever way we unconsciously, if we're not taught and we're just not aware, we're going to experience spirit in a way that's lower vibrational, which could be like, thank you, Teresa, for subscribing. Mike Shebang. We're going to experience spirit in a way that's lower vibrational. So like when I move about my days now, I no longer, there was a while where I was learning all of this and I didn't know how to shift my awareness as well, and I wasn't in a higher vibrational state all of the time. So there were periods where I would feel ghosts around, including one in the apartment that I live in. I believe that souls that had significant experiences in a place can leave an energetic impact in said place, but their soul exists in the spirit world. Somebody has to quote me saying this because I've never said this right and I'm saying it right now. This is truly what I believe. Okay, so that the souls leave an energetic impact into the place where they had this significant experience, which is probably negative and probably how they passed if they're still there, if their energy is still there. So well, not necessarily. So I live in like a very, very, very old home. I think it was built in 1902. There's three energies that I felt, and it's when I first moved there before I was in the state that I am now. One is a woman who is very positive, kind, nice, and then one is a man who's also positive, kind, and nice, but he definitely was more like invasive into my awareness, I guess. Definitely was more like invasive into my awareness, I guess. His energy was more impactful in that sense, or I could feel negativity from that energy that was lingering. And then a woman in the basement that used to be a speakeasy. She's just like the Real Housewives of 1902. She's like funny. But the man in my specific apartment, he didn't invade, I shouldn't have said that, but entered my awareness more strongly in a negative way because he passed on the property. And so I don't like the word ghost. He's a soul, right? He's just a soul, but his soul exists in the spirit world. His energetic impact still exists there. And I don't believe that they're stuck ever. I just think that our awareness shifts to that energy at certain times due to certain things that are going on with us. So now that I am in a higher vibrational state, guys, I don't watch anything negative. I meditate and get all of my fear, all of judgment. Like I have worked really, really hard to be in a state of like pure light. I mean, it's hard to do in this society, but I really try. Like even with politics and everything that's going on in this country now, like with the work that I do, I've just taken the role of it's not this lifetime for me to become involved in the things that I would typically be passionate about and have been in the past. And that my role here right now is to help everyone I can through what we're doing right now. And in order to do that most well, I need to be in the highest vibrational state. And that authentically feels how I should be anyways in this lifetime. So I don't experience any ghost feelings anymore. That's the main thing. So, but I do attribute it to me truly healing the deepest parts of me aligning to my highest good in a higher vibrational state, and being in a state where lower vibrational entities or experiences, I could become aware of them if I tried, but I'm not in a state where they're entering my awareness. So I can come down just like spirit can come down to us, like your loved ones can lower their vibration to communicate with us. And that's not coming closer, it's just lowering the vibration to communicate. And I'm raising mine to communicate, or you're raising yours to receive the signs and the synchronicities, right? So I can raise mine to feel into different places and feel what's going on there. But I'm not going to walk in and be bombarded by that energy anymore. So if you're experiencing that, I highly recommend just keep raising your vibration and don't be scared of it. As soon as you feel a little bit of fear, that's when you're going to feel it really close to you. Happy Halloween, Mandy. I lived with a guy who scared the hell out of me at first, but we decided to be pals. Yeah, you can be pals with them too. So a ghost is energy we're perceiving, not actually spirit. Yes. It's a energetic projection of their soul, but their soul exists in the spirit world. So just like a soul can reincarnate on earth as well, like our soul can exist in many different facets. And so if there's lingering energy around a certain situation that happened on earth, yes. How do I describe this? It's like they're projecting energy down into the earth still, but it's not their actual soul. And they can't hurt you or anything. And as soon as we shift our awareness and raise our vibration, it doesn't, like, they can't access us anymore. Caught a full apparition of my mom on camera after she passed. It was a heartwarming experience. Leanne, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. That's amazing. So your mom can appear, but her soul, it was not stuck. It had transitioned into the spirit world, right? But she was able to project her energy onto earth to show herself in the physical form that she was in this last lifetime. And that would be the apparition. You lower or raise your vibration. So raising your vibration, you can do through meditation. You can do through healing your fears, your traumas, your anxieties, your negative thoughts. Just staying in a state of non-judgment, free of any fear of the future, staying in the present moment. So you lower your vibration when you use substances, when you fight, when you argue, when you react, when you experience negative emotions, you're lowering your vibration. So you raise your vibration by doing the opposite of that, right? Getting out into nature, having a calm and peaceful mind, not reacting to emotions, and getting into a state of higher consciousness and connection with the divine, understanding your true purpose in the universe, authentically moving to your highest good. I will do a reading. I'm sorry. These are good questions tonight. Can a chakra be too open? Great questions tonight, Murph. I hear some people talk about balanced chakras. Yes. For example, my third eye can be very overactive and I get crazy headaches right here. And it's like a pounding in my third eye. And while I was going through my spiritual awakening, there were many nights that I couldn't sleep, and I kind of felt like I was seeing into the spirit world, but I wasn't falling asleep and dreaming. It was like really, really, I had to really like consciously balance it and do different things to ground it and to stabilize it again. Allie said something about 100 souls in front of a tree. That is interesting. Gratitude, Jan says, yes, gratitude. That's the most important thing we can do. Be in the present and have gratitude, and don't be judgmental and don't feel judgment. Those are the top 3 things. And fear. 4 things. Can somebody remind me to do a post on my page about like 5 things, the 5 easiest things to raise our vibration? That's tomorrow. Okay. Your sacral chakra can be overactive. That's a big one that can be overactive. They all can be overactive, and there's all different symptoms of that. So yeah, it's just as much balancing it to slow down and then balancing it to put some fire in it too. Do a post, girl, 5 ways to raise vibrations. Mike, will you remind me and send me a text because I'll forget. How do you meditate? I recommend, if you're new to meditating, going to YouTube and doing like guided meditations on YouTube. There's different ones like to meet your spirit guides, 5 minutes to connect with your higher self, 5 minutes to clear negative energy from you. And so you close your eyes, you go into a state of relaxation, and then you just listen to this and do what they say in your mind, and your vibration raises. Do spirits stay the age that they pass at? So age is a funny thing, Kalina. That's a good question too. Are they completely healed when they get to where they go? Age is only relevant to us on Earth. There is no time in the rest of the universe, and we are just souls in the universe. I know that sounds crazy. And while we've had multiple lifetimes, there's no age necessarily of a soul. So we experience time and age here on Earth due to this state of our physical body moving through this timeline. Once the soul transcends the physical body, no matter what age they're at, they just return to their true soul state. And yes, they are healed. And they recognize if they've done wrongs on Earth. And they, from my perception of what happens, they may have to, not have to, but there's different lessons for them to learn in the next lifetime. So the goal is to not come back to Earth. I hate to break it to you all, but it's a really hard place to be. And we come here for very specific reasons to learn lessons. So thank you for the subscription, Sarah. So yeah, it's really, really, really hard. And so we come back multiple times in order to learn the lessons that we're meant to. And then we get to go to a place that's probably not so hard. Souls can also be spirit guides for others. And so there's different things that we learn through. So the kind of lessons that we're meant to learn next time depend on what we've accomplished in this lifetime. When I was about 7, I saw my great-grandma in our walk-in closet. I used to brush her hair. Ooh, that's really cool. That's cute. I hope it wasn't scary. So again, just like you, Debbie, you saw your grandma, that doesn't mean she's stuck on Earth. It's her soul projecting down for you to know that she's around. I shouldn't say down. Out. Down. It's a higher vibration, but it's all around us. Brittany says, I lost my little brother 3 years ago. He was my life and only 31. I'm finally allowing. Oh, Brittany, I'm so sorry. But I give you a lot of credit for allowing some energy to come in, and highly recommend that you just work on your healing journey and in your spiritual journey and learn about, how you feel about spirituality in general, and just come into a state of wholeness and love so that your brother can be with you all of the time. Because when we're going through deep periods of grief, it's hard to feel him around, whether that be you don't feel him around, or whether for you it's like when you feel him, it's almost too much. So it's, yeah, I want to believe so bad. I just wished he was here. Yeah, he is here, and it's just a matter of time of, when the right time you'll hear more from him, or you'll feel him in different ways and things like that. They are much more intelligent than us. That's why I do Spirit-led on these big platforms when there's 150 people, because Spirit knows best. I'm not going to pick out of 150 people. They see everything and they know exactly what's supposed to happen tonight for us all to learn our lessons, including myself, and for us all to gain awareness and insight in this higher perspective that they come in with. So how do you go the rest of your life without your parents? I'm so sorry you lost your parents. Who said that? Danielle. Really, Danielle, the only way that I can imagine going through life without my parents, knock on wood, is to learn about this stuff, to know that they are in a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place and loving you and sending you signs and helping you in ways that you could never imagine. They are sending support and helping us in ways and organizing different things in our lives, guys, like more than they could in their physical life. And we can still communicate with them. It's just through energy instead of our human senses. It's actually a more all-encompassing type of communication where we can get more out of it. I know it sounds crazy, but our human emotions are like very dense, and there's a lot of up and downs there, and they affect us in all of these ways that are good and bad. And that's how we learn, right? But through this communication, through the energy that our loved ones give us, we can truly like evolve, and that's what they want for us. Yes, 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 from the other side, yes. But the other side is right here, Danielle. It's right here. They're right here. I've just lost a mother so far, but I feel it's helped change emotions and set things for change. Oh, that's so admirable, and so I'm so proud of you for looking at it that way. I had my Noni come through and say exactly that. She is able to do a lot more in spirit than in life. Yes, and that especially goes for people that weren't. I shouldn't say that. Actually, it's both. People that were very involved in our lives and people that weren't involved. They both say the same thing. They're able to help more. All right, incoming spirit-led reading. Thank you for keeping me on track, Mike. I'm sorry you lost your husband. Thank you everyone so much. I've been stuck for 3 years. Sending you all love as you process your grief and come into this new understanding and new place of unconditional love for life itself, for yourselves, for your loved ones on the other side. Coming into a state of pure unconditional love for yourself is going to allow you to feel them close to you, okay? And going through grief in a healthy way and actively working on ourselves is how we heal through these times, and that's how we learn as much as we can about all of this. So, all right, let's see here. Everybody's hoping their loved ones come through. Feel him a lot lately, but I feel like this lady has attached to her family this negativity. We can always transcend any negativity that is around us. So we have the choice to engage with negativity in our activity. We can always transcend any negativity that is around us. So we have the choice to engage with negativity in our human experiences or transcend. Just don't engage. All right. So as I said, guys, no matter how many times you put them in the chat, Spirit has a plan already. I'm just going to tap into that plan. So you put them in the chat, Spirit has a plan already. I'm just going to tap into that plan. So, I send you all love as you navigate your grieving processes and hope that your loved ones come through. And I am going to start to connect now. Your loved ones come through, and I am going to start to connect now. I may have to pause this to get a charger in a second. I'll start though. Okay. So how this works is I'm going to start to connect and provide 10 to 12 pieces of evidence of someone that Spirit knows should come through tonight, okay? And I am going to get that charger now before I start this, so just give me 2 seconds. It only glitched because I paused it, so give me 2 seconds, guys. Why don't they make the chargers to go on the top of the phone? Can we talk about that? Like, I need a phone stand anyway. Okay. But like, why don't they just make it on the top? Is that a good idea? A bad idea? Who knows? Okay. All right. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Thank you, guys. My name is Cassie. I'm a psychic medium and spiritual coach. We're about to start a spirit-led reading. I'm going to connect to spirit and give about 10 to 12 pieces of evidence. And then I'll check in with you guys to see if you can take 85, 90, 95, or 100% of the evidence. So hair is stuck. Once prompted, I'll ask how much of the evidence you guys can take, and then we'll see who it's for. And either way, regardless of who it's for, we can all take this beautiful insight that the message is going to bring. Just like I said before, I have a higher perspective. And in addition to that, guys, it's also just a beautiful experience to share space with spirit. That's why I do this. It raises our vibration just to watch stuff like this and start to believe and start to become aware of our divine nature and become aware that this is all very real and that our loved ones are very close to us. So I'm going to start to connect now, and then we will go from there. Okay, so I do have a male energy stepping forward. So I'm seeing him in a light blue t-shirt and light colored jeans. He is, I would say, in his early 60s when he passes. He's quite the busybody. He's like always getting into something. He's running around. He would have loved to cook. Oh, he's sharing that he loved to cook. I do believe he would have been, I don't know if it's Italian, but like definitely like family dinners, but he's helping cook. He's not very tall. I would say he's 5'10", and I do see him having gray hair pretty early on. I am hearing a CH name as significant. And I'm seeing this room that has like big sliding, I don't know if they're sliding doors or like French doors, but it's like a big open kitchen that has a dining room table next to these doors that are like it's like tall ceilings, so that then open into this outdoor space. Him and his wife would have loved to entertain. And I'm going to get 2 or 3 more pieces of evidence, and then I'm going to ask in a minute, guys, how much you guys can take, okay? I'm going to see, I did hear Charles, but it could just be a CH name. I feel like he has a northern accent, like I don't want to try to pretend like a Boston or a New Jersey or New York accent, but like without the R. But he has a home in the South. Like, I feel like he lives in a place where he can have these doors open most of the time. I do see him having like at least 2 kids, at least 1 son, at least 1 daughter. I'm asking about his passing now, and then I'm going to check in with you guys. He's talking about his passing. There's so I'm just gonna say what I'm getting. It's quick, right? But then I don't know if he's in the hospital and like the doctors, like something like he was supposed to make it, and then he's kind of saying like, oh, they kind of screwed up or something. And I feel like that's like really significant to him, and that's going to be the defining piece of evidence here. So I'm going to recap. And okay, Madison, he was just taller than I'm saying. This is sounding very from New York, lived in South Florida. I'm with you 100%. Okay, thank you. Is there any way you can ask to be a guest, Madison? So down at the bottom, there's 2 little people, a red and a blue person. And if we can hold, thank you so much, comments, just so I can sit with Madison here. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Have you had a mediumship reading before?
No.
I always like to ask. Okay. And have you seen me read before?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you for coming back. So you think this would be your dad?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And can you take the CH name as significant to him?
No, no CH.
No CH, but he lived in New York, from New York, but lived in South Florida, which is exactly how I was feeling, like
Yes.
that kind of shift. And would he have worn like a light blue t-shirt and light jeans?
Sometimes.
Okay. I feel like this is like around those family dinners. He's like hanging out. Would you understand that him and your mom would be like big entertainers, and they would have been married when he passed as well?
My mom and him were big entertainers, but he was married to somebody else when he
Okay, but
passed.
he had a wife when he passed.
Yes.
Okay. And his passing, you'd understand that it was like quick, like he's not sick for a long time. He's like in the hospital pretty quickly, and then like something goes wrong. Would that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And a lot of people are saying 90% here. I'm gonna actually just keep going for a second and then ask 95 or 100% from you guys with the next evidence, and then see where we're at, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much. If you've seen me read before, you know that I don't give up on spirit and I don't want to make it fit. So this man is coming through for a reason, and I think the whole exploring who this is for is part of the process of us all learning to trust spirit and know that when we trust spirit, like the right person will be found. Okay, I'm gonna keep going for a second. Okay, a lot of people can take 92%. Okay, so the key pieces of evidence, guys, are he has an accent, like a northern accent, but he definitely, I felt that the New York kind of Florida vibe resonated. Like there's something about him spending a lot of time in this home that's, it does feel warm outside all of the time because they can like open the doors. There's a lot of entertaining. There's a lot of kids around. It's like a bigger family. The most defining piece of evidence we have so far is I think I heard a CH name. And this man, like his passing was unexpected, but he doesn't pass right away. So it's not like there's a small amount of time, and he is talking about the doctors not getting something right. And then he passes. So let me just check in with him again. I'm going to keep going, and then I'll ask you guys again how much you can take. And this man was a busybody. He's always doing something, and he liked to work. He worked and he liked to work. But I do feel like he was on his feet for work too. I didn't say that. He's always moving, and I feel like he has to go to different locations for his job too. Like he has to go check on things at different places. And I see that he would have liked to wear like a nice, I think it's a silver watch or a black watch, silver watch. And I do feel like their home also would have been on the water, like on a marina kind of thing. And I believe that there's a Stephanie that's significant for him as well, an ST name, Stephanie. And it does feel like he's like a father figure, like he's directly related to whoever's watching. And I'm going to get one more thing, guys. I'm just going to ask a little bit more about the passing. Yeah, I keep getting the heart. I do keep getting the heart. I feel like he had a heart attack and he was going to make it, and he was in the hospital for like, I don't know, a few days or something. And then something happens and he passes. I get this man was pretty animated, funny, had like a pretty kind of outgoing personality. Loved to cook. That's another thing. He loved to cook. He was married when he passed. I see his wife as having like curly hair, I think. I don't know why I just saw Miss Frizzle, from the Magic School Bus. But she's kind of eccentric too. She's very eccentric, actually. The wife that he has when he passes is very eccentric, different than other women that he would have been with. Okay. Can anyone take 100% of the evidence thus far? 5'10", would wear a light blue t-shirt, light jeans. The name, a CH name is significant. A ST name is significant. Has a northern accent, but spends time somewhere warm on the water. Perhaps even had a boat or spent time on boats. Loved to cook. He loved to cook. He had several children. He passed of something related to the heart where he's, it's quick. He's in the hospital. Everybody thinks he's going to come out, and then he passes unexpectedly. And his wife is like pretty eccentric. I saw her with, I don't know if it's just the hair that's eccentric or her personality feels a little like loosey-goosey. I don't know how to describe it. Definitely an entertainer. Definitely an entertainer. So it's very detailed. So can we take 95 or 100%, anyone? I think barbecuing would encompass cooking. I do see him in the kitchen in this home in the warm area though. But the doors are open like a barbecue. So um, I was feeling like Italian or Greek, but I'm not 100% sure. Brandy's at 95%. Okay, perfect. Thank you. And I just need to know percentages, guys, because there's so many of you. I'm sorry. And what about Madison? What are you still at 100%? 94%. Don't make it fit, guys. I don't give up on spirit, so it's just a time. It's just a time thing if I go through everybody. So I'm gonna check in with someone else and see if I feel, because sometimes I'll feel like a resignation as well. So if I need 95 or 100% at this point, good. All right, Brandy was the first one, so let me ask her quick. I'd say 80% with some new details, some relate, some don't. Okay, thank you, Madison. Hi, Brandy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
So, can you tell me what you can't take?
Oh gosh, can you do a recap? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So 5'10", light blue t-shirt, light jeans, from the north, but has a home somewhere warm. Wife is eccentric, wears a watch. Very busybody, outgoing, extroverted, has several kids, loves to cook, and passes of something with the heart, and it's a quick passing but not immediate. And there's something that the doctors do wrong. That's very significant, guys. Anybody that's watching, there's something that the doctors are responsible for.
Okay, I cannot take that, so.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yep. Brittany says, dang, I recap without writing down. I mean, he's right here. I see him, but I want to find his person. Let's find him. Okay. Who can take 98% of that? All right, Madison, I might still be with you. Okay, sparkle modality. We need 98%. So anybody that's still watching, can you let me know of 98%? Oh, the name CH and the name, I think it's Stephanie as well, is significant. All right, cheer. Let's see.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
So what can you not take? Just the passing?
I can't take the heart. It was a quick passing. He was ill, but I can't take the heart, but I can take pretty much everything else.
Okay, and would the name CH be significant for him?
I mean, my name starts with a CH.
Oh yeah. And
And then
Stephanie?
his sister-in-law was Stephanie.
Okay.
So this would
And-
be, I'm thinking this is like my husband's father.
Okay.
He's a father figure. He was married also at the time. He also had several kids. One, definitely my husband, obviously, and he did have 2 daughters.
Perfect. And
He said
would he have,
Italian. He was Italian.
okay, would he have loved to cook?
Yeah, he was like the main cook in the house.
Okay, that's how I felt. And would you understand that there's something that either you guys feel is a little bit off with his passing, that's something that happened in the hospital?
No, that's the only part I told you I can't take. It was he was sick, like they knew it was cancer. So I mean, he was in and out of the hospital doing surgeries and things like that. I don't know the details of it. Maybe they did mess something up, but it wasn't with the heart. It was something else.
And he was sick for a long time?
No, it happened with like he was diagnosed and passed within the same year.
Okay. And let me just get two more pieces here, and then we'll see if they connect for you.
Okay.
Would you understand that he also would have had a home in like a warmer location?
Well, so he would travel a lot for work to warmer locations, and he was a busybody in that sense. And he does have a house that he actually passed away in with the big, like, sliding doors on the water in New York.
Oh,
And
okay,
he did
perfect.
host,
Okay.
like, all the parties were at his house.
Okay, and I said with his work too that he was going to different locations
Yeah.
for his work. Okay, perfect. And
And the watch, it's actually, like, now passed down to my husband, so he wears it all the time. It's
oh,
silver.
cool. Okay, thank you. I wonder if oh, okay, so with the doctors, would you understand that he because I asked him, I was like, okay, if this is you, then what's going on with this? Why can't she take that? So would you understand that he waited to go to the doctor? Like he wasn't feeling well for a while and he waited too long to go for the doctor, and the cancer was pretty advanced by the time that he went?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay. And would you understand that the cancer is somewhere in his like the lower part of his body, but then it spreads?
Yes.
Okay,
It was,
thank
I
you.
think the pain started in, like, his lower back.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna say trunk, but nobody uses trunk. I don't know if you would have used that word, but I didn't know what to say, so I just said lower part of the body. Okay, and would you understand that his wife? He keeps showing me, oh, the wife and her hair and being eccentric.
My mother-in-law is like very about her hair. She always said like he always loved her hair and she like could never grow it. And then like after he passed, she grew it really long. And she always says like, oh, he would have loved it this way. And she's definitely a specific type of person. So it kind of made sense to me.
Okay, that makes sense
Yeah.
to me too. It resonates with me too here. Okay, so and you would understand that he would have a very good sense of humor as well.
Yeah.
And you would understand that, like, from the moment that he met you, he treated you like a daughter.
Well, actually, he never met me.
Oh, really? Because I feel like he's like right there with you.
Yeah, but I always told, like, it's funny because I never met him, but I always told my husband, like, I feel like I would have been his favorite.
I feel like he would have been his favorite too. And would you understand a K name to be significant as well?
Okay. I mean, my name is CH, but it's pronounced like a K.
Okay. And let me see here. Would you understand that there's significance with his mother's ring that his wife has? There's something with a family ring, or maybe that you have from their side of the family. There's a ring that's passed down.
I don't know. I don't know the detail of that. It could be. I know that he had like something like made from his own jewelry to his wife that it wasn't a ring to begin with, and then he made it into a ring for her.
Oh, okay. Okay. And would you understand that your husband tries really hard at everything that he does? Like
1,000%.
puts like I don't know why I said, can you tell me about your son then? And then he's showing me does he sweat a lot too?
Oh my God, yeah.
He's showing me him like working on something, and it's not a big task. It's like
Yeah.
fixing the refrigerator, I don't know, fixing an appliance in your home, right? And he's like sweating, and he's like he wants to do everything
He gets very,
1,000%.
very fixated. I was actually just telling him that. I'm like, you don't just let things go. You have to like do it and finish it. And even if you don't know how to do it, you're like drive yourself crazy until it's done.
Yeah, exactly. He's showing me like little household things, and he's just like, and he's like, his dad was more easygoing, I feel like. So I do get the sense that he was like a hard worker, but I do get the sense that there is some more of his mom in that sense. Would you understand his mom to be very wound kind of tight?
Yeah.
Yeah, she also is like that. She has to do everything 1,000% for everyone. She means very well by it, but it's like she takes care of everything and everyone. Like
Yes.
all busybody all the time.
It's funny
And
because now that I'm thinking about it, she actually just flew to Florida today. And you were saying Florida.
oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny. Okay, let's just get like one more thing, and then I'll bring through a message and ask why he came through today. And for anybody that's watching this, as I always say, like the message is for, so you say your name Kiara, is that right? There's a Kiara. You can correct
Yes, Kiara.
Oh, I definitely didn't say that right. So sorry. So while Kiara's going through something right now that this message is going to be about, right? Her and her husband. This perspective that he's coming in, he sees everything, right? And so if we can take just a piece of that and something that might happen in our life in the future, we'll come back and we can think about his insight, or something that's happened in our past that we're still holding on to, he might have some insight for. So anybody that's watching, it's definitely worth watching the message, because it's just this beautiful perspective. But I just want to get like one more thing. I always want one more thing. Would you understand boats to be significant with him as well? He would have liked to go on boats at some point in his life.
I mean, he loved the water. There's a bunch of boats like that dock right outside of his house
Oh, right.
in the
Okay. Yeah, you said
back.
that. Okay. And oh, he's showing me a best friend. I don't know if this is a brother or best friend. No, it feels like a best friend from childhood. He would still be around in the family. I feel like he even shows up at like holidays, even though he's still not around, but he's like a little bit of a heavier set guy. Just super kind. This guy has like the biggest heart ever. He wants to acknowledge him.
Okay.
Would you understand him to have a friend that still comes around during the holidays?
Like still living?
Yeah.
Not at the moment.
Okay. Let me see. I feel like he lived close too. Is there somebody that's passed, like a best friend?
Yes.
Same
I mean, but
same
he's
age.
passed.
He passed, but he would have come to holidays.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you understand him to be like not super, he could be around 6 feet tall, but darker hair, little bit heavier set, and I'm seeing like nice shoes with him. There's something about his shoes.
Definitely not dark hair, but I think I know why you're saying shoes. I think I know why he's showing you that. So can I tell you?
Yeah.
So it actually, he was very close to his brother-in-law, actually. They were always together. They
Okay.
worked together as well. But there was a situation when they buried him that they actually stole his shoes out of the casket before they lowered him down. So it was a big thing. And his wife actually, for some reason, was like told, like she just had a sense, and she was like, wait, I need to check him one more time. And then when they opened it, they realized he had no shoes on, and they like literally found the shoes that someone stole that worked at the place, and they got his shoes back on, and they were really nice shoes. So
Oh my gosh.
I think that's just this big symbolism of like who he wants to talk about. I think
Yeah,
definitely
that's just
same age.
That's a significant event that would be like, yes, it's my friend, like,
Yeah.
and he is here too then, because when I see
Right,
them,
that's
they
right.
can either
But
show me
actually,
them
now that you're
or,
saying that, I'm sorry. They messed up on him in the hospital. Like he was supposed to make it out, and then you know what I mean. So
oh, really?
yeah,
Interesting. Okay. So they could have been coming in together and I was confusing their energies, but if the doctor thing makes sense too, that he waited to go to the doctors, it could be
yeah,
either way. But what I wanted to say is with his hair, he has darker hair. Would you understand he had darker hair when he was younger?
I
Like
guess. I mean, he was
he wasn't
gray. Like
blonde.
he was like
I don't
salt and
think he was.
pepper. In
Okay,
his
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing them like in the height of their like time on the town too. I feel like they
Hmm.
would have gone out together, but they were like the dynamic duo. They're really cute together. Um, and I feel like his friend would have liked to even help grill or cook with him or something.
Mm.
And would you understand a J name connected with the friend?
So now I'm thinking if he's trying to talk about like my dad, because before I even met my husband, like I didn't even know the families, and supposedly like him and my father were friends, and my father has jet black hair, good hair. He is not tall though, and he's not heavy set.
No, this man has like not a lot of hair.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I see it on the sides. It's like a blurry movie for me. So I just think he's showing me them younger, but I do think that his close friends he wasn't like blonde, you know, and he doesn't present himself gray to me because then I would think that he's older. That's how it comes through to me sometimes. So I think that's what's going on there. So let me just ask them for a message. And it could have something to do with your dad. We'll see. Let me just feel into this a little bit. I immediately sensed when they showed me your husband at the refrigerator sweating, putting like 1,000,000% effort in. There's just what is this? A feeling of reminding him to just let things go, but also just let him do his thing.
okay.
So like just encourage him to be like, hey, it's like not that big of a deal, but if he really wants to do it, like let him do it because he's so dedicated. I don't see the energy that I'm seeing is like pretty like he's like that's just how he is. Like that's how his mom is too. And for you here, let me see. Would your dad have a J name?
Yeah.
And when you understand there's a baby coming into the family?
I mean, I just had a baby.
Oh, yay, congratulations.
Thank you.
So they really want you to know that all of them, like this big team of support, are with you and the baby, like at the 1,000,000%. And it feels like there's sometimes these periods of feeling like a little bit alone. I do feel like you've lost a considerable amount of people in a short amount of time. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. There's something about feeling a little bit more alone than usual as you go through this period of birth. Like, not birth, like literal birth, but I see like new energy coming into the world. And that can be through different experiences in life. And then I saw the baby, right? And so, but I did feel a sense of isolation in some way. And that's why like they're all coming through in this way to be like, we're a team here and we're always with you. And is the baby a girl,
No.
a boy?
Yes.
Do you have a daughter as well?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like they connect with your daughter in some way because there's something about the daughter here too. So I am just know that they are all together up there and in a beautiful place and are all with you and helping and guiding you on your journey.
Thank you.
Okay. And is your daughter like perceptive of things, like a spirit, like spirit? Have you noticed, or does she talk
Yes.
about things?
Yes, she
Okay.
says the wildest things.
I feel like she sees them, and they're like waving.
Oh
That's
my
how it's coming
gosh.
through. So yeah, but don't be scared of it. It's just them. They just want you to know it's just them.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they love you and they're with you. Okay.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll thank them for stepping forward and leave you with their love.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Hi, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I try to get as much detail as I can. I'm not gonna, what is the phrase? I'm not gonna bat 1,000 every time. But I try to get as much as I can because I feel like the more evidence that we can bring in, the more that we can feel their spirit here, and build that trust to bridge the gap between the spirit world and the physical world. So yeah, we can do one more. As you guys know, I always stay way longer than I say I'm going to. So I need one more quick one. I think we will do, thank you guys for watching. I think we'll do the number game. I'm going to take, Madeline says, I feel like that was more challenging than ones you've done in the past. I think it's because we started with so many people in the room. And also, as I said, I haven't been feeling great. So I don't know if that's it. So let's try another one. You're bridging the gap. It's crazy that I thought this wasn't real. Thank God for social media. Thank God for social media. Never thought I would say that. So yeah, I'm going to try to do another one. Come back tomorrow. No one, singers don't sing the right note every single time, right? So I'm feeling a lot better, but I think I might just be a little bit, the less kind of aligned I am, the more just, it's like almost, it's just not as clear. But yeah, we'll do it again. I'm just going to step away for 1 second. I'll come back. We'll do the number game so I can just be focused on one person and we'll go from there. Okay, here we go. Thank you for waiting. So, and thank you guys for watching. We're almost up to 100K. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your talent is amazing. I feel like I really resonate with your readings. Madeline says, aw, thank you. 4K more, tap, tap, tap. All right. Let's try another one now. I'll be honest, I had to use the restroom. It happens when you drink gallons of water when you do this. Tapping. Guys, don't get arthritis from this, please. I love the likes, don't get me wrong, but I don't want any of you coming to me 100 years from now. I guess we'll all be in the spirit world being like, remember that time I got arthritis from tapping the screen? Oh, hey, we all fam here. Jan says I already got arthritis. Okay. I have a number in my head. And 1 to 100. Guess in the chat. The first one I see is your reading. And it's the first one I see, guys. So if yeah, I just want to clarify that. All right, 50 to 100. Oh, the comment was pinned, so I might have missed it. All right. Keep going, guys. I'm sorry. We're almost there. I know it. Oh, stop. Stop. Almost there. I know it. Oh, stop. Sierra. 96. Sorry if somebody said that before, but 96 is the answer. All right. Sierra got the reading. All right. Can Sierra comment again? Oh, Ashton, don't say dang. Let's be happy for Sierra. There you are. Hi. All right. I'm going to bring you. Oh, I can't. Can you request to come up into the box? Press the 2 little people down at the bottom of your screen. Oh, no, I'm danging myself. I almost put 96. So I'm sorry, Ashton. Maybe next time. Everything happens for a reason. Someone else always needs it more than me. I can see that. It's a privilege to watch. It's not necessarily that they need it more. Sometimes it's just the spirit. It can be a million reasons, Brittany, but sometimes more people can get something from this person coming through. So on a large platform like this, sometimes it's like spirit comes through for different reasons than just somebody needing it in this moment, you know? So don't think that spirit doesn't think you need it or anything like that. Hi, Sierra. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Have you ever had a mediumship reading before?
I have not.
Oh, cool. But you're subscribed, so you've seen me read before.
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm just going to start to connect. and bring someone through, and then I'll check in with you to see who it would be for you. That's cool.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And yeah, I'll do like the 10 to 12 pieces of evidence, and then we'll check in. So just give me a second. Can you just say your name out loud for me?
Sierra, you said it correct.
Okay, good. Thank you. I just want to make sure. Okay, so I have an older woman stepping forward. This feels like a grandmother energy for you.
Mm-hmm.
And they always like to show me their hair. So I feel like there's something about either your hair in a braid as a little girl, or she would wear her hair in a braid. And let me just keep going, then let me know what you can take. I do see this woman as, I see something about nature, but it's more than just nature. It's being connected to the earth in a sense. I see like her with soil, so that could indicate gardening, but I'm seeing her as being, I would say this woman is 5'6". She's pretty, or a little bit shorter than that. She's pretty like smaller. I would say she's in her mid 70s when she passes, maybe late 70s. I do see her as needing glasses, and I do see her as being the quiet, kind of serious type. Would you understand this for a grandmother energy for you?
I mean, the hair being significant is a huge deal, and being smaller, like thinner, she was average to taller for a woman.
Yep.
As far as nature, the only thing that I can think of is like she always had like little baby turtles and stuff that she would save out of the creek next to her house.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, because I said it's not just like she's like in nature, she likes nature, but it's like she's connected to like the ground in some way. So that makes sense. That's cute. And I do feel like she would have, and I'm not sure if you can validate this, but would you understand that she was more, well, let's start here. You would understand that she's more of like a quiet, kind of serious, like introspective type?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, she's not like greeting at you at the door like, oh my gosh, yay! Like,
No, definitely not.
okay, yeah, she's more kind of like serious, but she has a sweet heart. Like she wasn't mean spirited by any ways. She's just kind of like, they show me like tight lipped.
Yes.
Would bite her tongue is how it comes through.
Yes.
And would you understand as she got older, she got very cold? I'm seeing her in like a white kind of like sweater, but I don't feel like she lives in a particularly cold climate. But I feel like this is just indicative of like her getting older and weaker. You can say no, it's okay.
I'm not sure on that one. I'm not sure on that. And the only other thing that I can't take is the age wise, because I think she was early 60s, I think, mid 60s. She
Okay.
wasn't in her 70s.
And would you understand that she had an illness that she passed from that would have made her look like her physical body deteriorate a little bit?
She did have an illness. We as the kids, well, I was a teenager, we weren't aware, and didn't find out till we were older the exact reason for her passing.
Oh,
her,
okay.
yeah, her illness led to another something that happened. I don't want to say
Okay.
too much.
Yeah, don't say too much. So I'll just say what I'm seeing here. So I see a woman. She has like darker brown hair when she's younger. Would you understand that? Kind of like my color.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And as she gets closer to her passing, she becomes like, I don't know, like she needs frail is the word that I would use. And I think that's why she appeared older to me, but very weak. Um, and let me feel into that a little bit more here. Would you understand that her husband is pretty tall?
Yes.
Okay. And would you understand that he's also pretty serious?
Yes.
I don't get the sense that he was especially helpful with whatever was going on. Would you understand that?
Um, that I'm not sure of.
Okay.
She was very,
Independent.
yes, and she would keep things to herself. So I think that's why we were all kind of like in the dark. She was
Got
not
it.
one to like complain.
Oh, okay. Okay. And yeah, and I see them, especially at the end here, like they're just kind of like living two separate lives. I don't know if that's indicative of her like not sharing information with him, but it's like he's doing his thing and he's very quiet, and she's doing her thing and she's very quiet. And both of them have this like serious demeanor, but neither one of them were like mean spirited. It's just like this kind of quiet. You kind of just do life, and you just do it. Would that make sense?
Yes, had really big hearts, but they were kind of quiet and serious.
Yep.
But very loving at the same time. But they weren't like the pinch your cheeks grandparents and
Yeah. And would you understand that she grew up? I see her growing up in a really like tough financial home.
that would make sense.
And she had a sister that she was close with as well.
She does have a sister. I'm not sure how close they were, but
Okay.
they look a lot alike. Like
Okay.
a lot.
And let me see here. And she does want to point out a little boy as well. Do you have a son, or is there a 4-year-old boy in the family?
We have a couple, but I do have a 3-year-old son.
Okay. Would you understand that? Hold on a second. She's trying to share a name with me. I believe it's a J name that's significant for your kids. Joe, John.
For my kids,
That's
no,
okay.
not for my kids.
Okay. And let me see why she's pointing out this boy here. Would you understand that there's something about his name? I'm just not getting it right. Would you understand that his name is a family name? Like he shares the name with her side of the family, like either first, last, I'm sorry, first or middle name?
My son does, yes. His first name is William, which was her husband's name,
Got
and
it.
also my husband's grandfather's name. It was a family name on both sides, really.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And
Yeah,
my brother's
talking about the
name.
side of the name. Perfect. Thank you. And then I'm seeing these kitchen windows. Would you understand that she had she could look out, she looked out the window through these kitchen windows over the sink is how I'm seeing it, but I feel like she would have like peered through the window for something. Would you understand that?
Oh, wow. When we were younger, she lived directly behind us.
Yep.
And so our backyards were up next to each other. And when our parents weren't home, we used to get on the roof, me and my siblings. And when they would see us up there, they would tell on us and get in trouble.
Oh, she would look out the window and see you guys up there.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I see her almost like peeking behind the curtain. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it's definitely her then. All right. So let me just see if there's anything else that she wants to share real quick. She's talking about she's talking about faith. I just want to make sure I get this right, or spirituality. I do believe that she would have believed in a higher power of some sort. Would you understand that she did have faith?
Yes.
And would you understand that, well, she was obviously like pretty strict about it, just by her nature.
Well, she was strict about a lot of things.
Yeah. Okay. But she's saying that she did have also good intuition. So she was trying to share with me that she had strong intuition, but that like that was overshadowed. Like she didn't lean into that as much as she leaned into the structured aspects of her religion. Would you understand that she was, I don't know, I keep hearing Protestant, but I don't know a lot about religion. Different
Yeah, I'm
religions.
not sure about that part.
Okay. There's something about, I wonder why I heard that. Or maybe it disagree. I don't know. Something in the family with Protestant, somebody married. I don't know. I've never heard that from anybody on the other side. So, okay. So I feel like what she's getting at here, though, is that as you move forward, I do feel like the women in the family have strong intuition that now it's time for you to lean into more, whereas before it was like people relied on their religion for the sense of connection to, all that we can't see. But would you understand that you're like really looking and thinking about your intuition?
That's really weird.
Why?
Yes. I've been super like for the past couple of months, like doing a deep dive into spirituality and even like reading books about just spiritual awakenings and stuff like that, and it's been like almost like an obsession.
Oh yeah, that's how it happens. Yeah. Well, she's like, you're on the right path for sure. It's like it's like a break in the cycle where it's like we don't just rely on religion to allow ourselves to be connected. Like you're going to move into this beautiful period of like using your own faculties to strengthen your connection to the divine, and she's very excited for you about that. I also feel like there's something with you. There's this last thing that she wants to bring up. Hold on. There's something with you about trust. Hold on. But I feel like this is about one of your kids and their health. Would you understand that one of your kids is going through some sort of health issue?
My
Physical health.
physical, yes. My oldest daughter was diagnosed with scoliosis, and it was pretty progressive. And she just had in June she had surgery to correct it, and it was a spinal fusion.
Oh gosh. Okay. There's something about trusting your gut with that situation, because I kept hearing trust and then I saw a child and physical ailments. And it just feels like trust that everything will work out, trust that, whatever you're being intuitively led to is the right thing. Trust yourself, trust whatever you believe in, and trust that everything's going to be okay, and try to stay in that like higher vibrational state as you work through these things in order for like you to be led to the, whether it be like the right doctors or the right timing of things, and just trust yourself. I feel like you get things, but you second guess like more than most.
I do. It's just I second guess a lot of things, but there are a lot of instances where my intuition is right a lot, but I still am kind. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, definitely just trust it. And I'm going to thank her for stepping forward and and leave you with her love.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm excited for your journey to unfold.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you. All right. Thank you guys for joining tonight. That was amazing. And thank you all for coming. I am going to get some more rest here. And I'll probably be back on tomorrow at some point, providing that I still feel better. So thank you guys for joining. And it was so good to see you guys. I missed you all very much. And I love this space that we share, and we talk about high vibrational things, and we share connection with spirit, and it's just amazing. So I'm so grateful for all of you. So grateful for spirit. And thank you. So Wild, the daughter I spoke of, is named after my grandmother. Oh, that's amazing. She's with you 100%. Awesome. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you all very soon. And all the subscribers, I will see you on Sunday. Okay, bye guys. Thank you.